Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater. And one of the things I've been talking about on this channel over the course of the past couple weeks has been Quibi, the new streaming service that's completely mobile only, which is actually one of the biggest problems with it that came from Jeffrey Katzenberg, and it's hasn't been doing very well. In fact, it's kind of failing to launch. Even though we're in the midst of a global pandemic, everyone's at home, Netflix is up, YouTube views are up, everything is up. Quibi is not. It's failing to launch. And this is a video that I put together, a little PowerPoint presentation that I put together explaining what's wrong with it and ultimately how to save it here with this video titled, What's Killing Quibi's Launch? So first up, we have to talk about the app itself. It's confusing. I know that may be a weird thing to say, but it is. You kind of scroll through and you just look at the headlines or the thumbnails that you like, and you're hoping that this app that's made for convenience is going to tell you what you want to see. And the truth of the matter is, it just simply, it just doesn't, not very well. The pros of it are, it's got a bit of a sleek design, absolutely 100%. It's functional and it does feel modern when you're going through it, but it's just still kind of something about it puts me off here. Now, it doesn't notify you of any new episodes. So there you can see there that there is the following tab, and that shows you want to watch. You click on follow, it will then go there, and so you know what you're watching, what you can keep up with, but there's no new notifications that come in from the app to your phone letting you know when new episodes are coming. And believe me, the release schedule is so weird that it's having so much trouble getting anyone to really pay attention to it. And I've been following a lot of the conversation online, and people are having issues trying to keep up with all the episodes and not understanding when they're being released. The inability to share screenshots or to tweet that you are watching it is something that should be there. There's really no play on social media. Never mind, this is a mobile only experience. Now you also got here the download drop-off. This is a real reality for Quibi that's actually going to be hurting it going forward. Saying here that after reporting great numbers in the first week, independent reporting suggests that the app is dropping off download charts at a rapid rate. We can find here that just right after the launch of Quibi, Meg Whitman, who's the CEO of the company, or the president of the company, she says that Quibi reached 1.7 million downloads in the first week. The mobile streaming service launched in the middle of the COVID pandemic while many consumers have access to TV-based subscriptions. Whitman said the company would accelerate its roadmap to cast Quibi videos from phones to TVs, and I will touch more upon that here in a second. But looking over here on this article from The Verge, just coming out a couple days ago, actually just coming out, I believe, yesterday or today, Quibi's mobile streaming app tumbles down the App Store charts, saying roughly a week after its much-hyped debut, mobile streaming app Quibi dropped out of the top 50 downloads on free apps of the Apple App Store. At the time of its April 6th launch, Quibi peaked at a third of downloads, or at third in downloads, but only for a brief instant. It soon slipped out of the top 50. Now, that's not really saying a great deal one way or the other, but it doesn't paint the best picture on the planet. That, I believe, is absolutely true. Another thing here is there's release date confusion. The show here, Agua Donkeys, is apparently out, but I didn't really know about it in the app. I mean, I knew about it because I'd read a press release, but that was really about it. The new episode's weekly claim is misleading and it's frustrating users. This is what it pops up when you go to the website. New shows every week. That's it. New shows every week, which is true. They've got a lot of content that they're getting ready to release, but it's so confusing as to when those shows are. Are those shows or are those episodes? Looking here at the actual page, we can see that you've got, different shows like Free Ray Sean, you've got 50 States of Fright, you've got Agua Donkeys, Chrissy's Court, Dismantled, and that's just a small taste of the different types of offerings that they have. But there's no information when you go to that site, go to those pages about when the episodes are releasing. And as I said before, there is no notification system on the app for when a new episode comes out of a show you're following, which should be, that shouldn't even be a question at this point. There should absolutely be more interactivity with the user and the app in order to remind them that the new shows are out. I've been watching Flipped. I thought Flipped was like one episode a week in order to kind of space out the first season. No, it's already done. And I had no way of knowing until I went and looked on the Reddit. I'm not even making that up. They did not tell you anything about when new episodes are coming, not their social media really. It's very confusing and it causes a lot of issues. This is looking over on something somebody made over on the Reddit page. We can see here that they put together a series reference table of when there was going to be releases, when it was going to be the first episode and the last episode. Look at Survive. Started on the 6th, which was the launch of the app. End date was the 17th with 12 episodes. Basically, that was a movie that they cut up. The Most Dangerous Game is April 6th. It's ongoing with 15 episodes. That's wrapping up this week, but I don't know what day this week. I don't know what day The Most Dangerous Game is wrapping up. Even though they did talk about it on their Twitter really quickly that it is going to be finishing up this week. Are all the episodes dropping tomorrow on Monday, or are they coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? There's no indication at all of when new episodes are dropping. And this is a problem when you are really trying to build a streaming service that is reliant on not dumping everything at once. When you're going on an actual release schedule, give me the schedule. Please give me the schedule. And we can see a bunch of other shows here too about just how many episodes they don't know in all cases. And they don't know when shows are going to be ending, things along those lines, because this is information that the Reddit users, the community on Reddit, is trying to piece together in order to be able to figure out when their favorite shows are going to be airing or ending, so they can know when to binge it or know when to get excited or know when to, if anything, have a damn conversation about it. And that is something I'm going to be touching upon here in a moment. Now, basically, it's like this. No one is talking about Quibi right now. No one. No major YouTube channel that covers this kind of stuff is talking about it. I've brought it up. I don't know if I'm that major, only a couple, 32,000 subs, but not a lot of people are talking about it. Look here. What I wrote down here was for an app that is meant to be in touch with the mobile/Zoomer audience, the millennials, the Gen Zers. No one is discussing it on social media. No one is sitting there going like, yo, have you seen the new Quibi episode of Stranger? Did you catch that series finale of Survive? Did you watch The Most Dangerous Game? Are you excited? No one's talking about it. No one's hyping it up. Again, global pandemic, and no one is saying a word about it here. Even look at their Twitter. Their Twitter has 44,000 followers, which is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. But if you think that's good, you should really be prepared to be shocked when you look at their Facebook and their Reddit. Their Reddit fan page here only has 599 people that are part of it, and they're trying to keep the conversation going, whereas their Facebook page here, which is a verified Facebook page, only has 15,564 followers, or people who like the page, but 20,000 people who follow the page, which basically means that no one, again, there's not much there. That's not a lot of people for this new streaming service, which apparently is dropping top tier AAA content at a very low price point with the 90-day free trial with named actors. People know these actors, and again, it's nothing is drawing them in. And again, as I mentioned before, you still can't stream it to TV. The lack of a smart TV app is one of the major things keeping a lot of people from watching this while being stuck at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is something that should have been on the docket day one. And, hey, a week after it came out, Meg Whitman says, listen, we're working on getting the TV casting support. That should have been a day one thing. I get you want to push mobile, but you still want to give it to them where they can watch it. Maybe they don't want to watch it on their phone. Maybe they want to watch something that's as cinematic as Survive or The Most Dangerous Game or Flipped, which was clearly shot with high definition cameras, clearly shot with high definition in mind on their television. When you restrict the user base to a mobile app that is poorly functioning in regards to notifying you, and then they're not even notified. I want to bring that up again for how frustrating that is. They're not even notifying you that new episodes of your favorite shows that you are following are out, so you have no way of going. There's no app notification. So if you don't actively check it every day, you don't know. And guess what? People are busy. People are busy, and if they forget, they forget, and then they forget and they don't watch it. And if you're not doing what you can to remind them, if your social media isn't blowing up with, all the release schedules and getting people hyped up, it's just, you're 2 weeks in and you're already killing your brand, which is just, it's sad because I really do like the concept of it. And I do want to see it succeed, which is why I'm as frustrated as I am with this. Now, here's the thing. What can be done to save Quibi from dying soon? Here's a couple things I put together that I believe could really help out. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic about Quibi, I'm not. I'm not. I mean, they are putting in $470 million in advertisements. You've probably seen a lot on social media, but they have this terrible schedule for releases, this terrible schedule for, social media. They're not engaged in any of it. And I don't understand like who their social media people are and why they're not doing a better damn job of this. I don't get it. But here's what I put together. So what we have to do is work with influencers. Now, this might be a bit self-serving. I might be accused of this in the chat. Oh, but Matt, you're an influencer. Do you want to get some of that $470 million? And the truth, look, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. But I will be honest. If they came to me and they said, we want to sponsor your channel, I'd be like, dollar bills. Yeah, I'll make it rain. I would, because I'm a capitalist and I have children to feed. But that being said, I also am enthusiastic about the product, and I do want to make sure that people are aware of it. And that's the biggest issue here. They need to find social media influencers who discuss streaming shows and invite them to review exclusive content early as a way of getting the word out. The fact that no one reviewed any of this content early, even like all the tech blogs that cover all this stuff, got it at midnight on the 6th like everybody else, tuned in to watch it themselves, and then they all wrote it up. There was no rollout. There was no massive rollout. And I don't get that. If you're pumping in nearly $500 million in marketing and in advertising, why was there no rollout? Why was there no massive rollout here? It doesn't make any sense. Engage on social media, 100%. Create Quibi watch-alongs on Twitter and Facebook and encourage people to talk about their favorite shows. Right now, you can go, if you are a movie YouTuber or you are on any bit of film Twitter, for a damn fact that there are tons and tons and tons of watch-along parties right now. They're getting like James Gunn to do a watch-along of Guardians of the Galaxy the other day and to provide insight into it. They're getting a lot of other actors who are in movies to do these watch-alongs to talk about it with everybody, to go give a little inside information. People are joining together to do this kind of stuff right now. Why isn't Quibi doing it? Why isn't Quibi doing it? If all these episodes are already out and a lot of things are already dropping, if Survive and Most Dangerous Game are out or almost done, why not do a watch-along party if it's only an hour and a half? People can just watch at home and watch on their phone and then tweet along with it from their computer or something. There should be some kind of thing with that. This would be great for if there was, in fact, a television app that people could stream and then tweet on their phone so they're not having to jump in between. This is like not rocket science. We are in 2020. This is the kind of stuff that I would have recommended even back in 2010. When Netflix was first kind of blowing up on the instant game. Now, and again here, this is the key. This is the key one here at the bottom. Release weekly. I cannot stress this one enough. Release weekly. So when they say new episodes weekly, that needs to be the show's release on a weekly release date. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but why? We live in the age of Netflix where all episodes are available at once. Binging culture is a thing, so on and so forth. Truth of the matter is, when you're trying to launch something new, when you're trying to build that community, build that fan base around your product and these shows that could go on to become big series that have a big fan base, you have to have an actual release schedule that people, for one, know about, and two, can build a routine around. Sunday night, 6 p.m., Game of Thrones, or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. But at the last couple seasons, when they were simultaneously streaming on HBO Now, 6 p.m. 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast, but that was when it went out. Everyone knew it. They could build their night around it. People want to have a routine. Now, I know that this was designed for the commuter to work. That's what this was designed for. It's designed for people while they're on the commute to work, while they're taking a crap at work, while they're on their smoke break or their lunch break. That's what it was designed for. I get it. People aren't doing that right now, which is why rolling it out right now and not engaging in these COVID-19 quarantine and chill party events is kind of stupid. And I'm being 100% honest here. Again, releasing the new episodes daily or the new episodes weekly is so confusing. Pick a show and release one episode a week. Let the audience catch up where they can. Let the audience watch a bunch of shows while they can, while not feeling over inundated, because that's kind of how I feel. And I do watch a lot of content. I feel relatively over inundated because if I don't keep up on it daily, then I get behind. And then I'm like, well, I'll put it off till I can get to it, because it starts to build and mount and build and mount. And we're 2 weeks in. It should not be building and mounting. We're 2 weeks in. So this is a big one. You have to use our innate ability as humans to want a routine in order to be able to get this thing off the ground. I mean, I'm telling you, these are the three factors right here. You want to build this up. You want to make Quibi great. You want to make this thing a seller. You have to sell it like this 100%. Anyway, this has been my TED Talk about Quibi. Thank you very much for watching. I really like the concept of the service. I like the service itself. I think it's a cool idea. Definitely something unique in today's streaming marketplace, but there are so many pitfalls that they are just running into right off the bat, where they could easily just adjust course tomorrow, start a new plan, talk to some people, get an idea for what people out there want, go and engage on the Reddit, talk to the 600 people that are there, engage on Facebook, engage on Twitter, do things that are going to get people's interest and get their attention. And for the love of God, get that damn smart TV app up and running instantly, or give people the ability to share screenshots on social media to get people intrigued as to what's going on. There's no incentive for the mobile user to share what they're watching on social media to try to get their friends involved. Because guess what? When you have these shows and you clearly are designing it to be bite-sized chunks of information or chunks of series that could ultimately be the next water cooler show around the office, you need to help establish the digital water cooler and get people engaged. And again, this is rudimentary 101 type stuff here, and it shouldn't even need to be discussed, but it clearly is. And so I do want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. I know a lot of you out there probably aren't going to give a shit because you're not watching it. But if you are checking it out, if you're curious about this, and I want to hear your feedback, let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching, and peace out.